Hey yo, guys. My name is Sanele, and I'm back again with another video. And in this video, yeah, we're discussing. I don't want to say we're discussing the tribes in South Africa per se, but we're just discussing. Yeah, we're just having a general conversation around the tribes in South Africa, right? So in South Africa, we have okay, for those of you guys who are watching from out of South Africa. In South Africa, we have like 9 provinces, and we have 11 different languages, and obviously we have different tribes and different cultures. And South Africa, I'll say it's one of the countries where we embrace diversity. We embrace different cultures. We embrace different people, different genders. I wonder if there's different. There are more than 2 different genders, by the way. But that's a topic for another day, guys. I love you all, by the way. So, let's get into it, guys. There are stereotypes, right? There are stereotypes of people with impandla. There are stereotypes with people who come from, KwaZulu Natal, people who come from the Eastern Cape, people who come from the Northern Cape. I'm talking about South Africa now, per se. And there are stereotypes basically in almost anything that we want to talk about. There are stereotypes in religion. There are stereotypes about Christianity, Muslims. People have their own point of views. They have their own things to say about different things. But now about this video here, just a quick story. I was once in what they call this place here, in Eastern Cape. What they call the place, man? I don't recall the name, But as a Zulu guy, I'm a Zulu guy. I'm a South African guy. I'm very proud of being a Zulu. I'm very proud of being a South African guy. And I was in Eastern Cape. In Eastern Cape is dominated by Xhosas. Xhosas, for those of you guys who are watching from out of South Africa. We have people that we call amaXhosa. We have people we call amaZulu, amaPedi, amaShona, amaSwati. It's different, amaSotho and stuff. So when I was in Eastern Cape, mind you, I'm a Zulu guy, you understand? So in Eastern Cape, they have this stereotype or mentality of saying amaZulu anenkani, amaZulu ayitshela ukuthi ayazi, you understand? And when you go, and when you are here in KZN, you understand where I'm shooting this video from. I'm in Pietermaritzburg, and when you come here, most people in KZN, obviously, KwaZulu Natal, dominantly it's amaZulu, you understand? And amaZulu, they have this mentality of saying, hey, amaXhosa, it's a seal, you understand? Andwebile and stuff. But now, I want to talk about something which is very, 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 very serious, more especially in South Africa, you understand, when it comes to different tribes, and why people have this mentality of saying amaZulu are the angriest. People would tell you straight, amaZulu are the very dangerous tribe. amaZulu are very angry. amaZulu, they love guns and stuff. Now, I don't want to say I disagree. People have their own things, coming from their own experiences, you understand? Let us look at. Oh yeah, I was still telling you about the story when I was still in Eastern Cape, when I visited Eastern Cape. So they're like, hey, you coming here with the mentality of being a Zulu, I was in a queue, I can't remember what I was in a queue for, but it was in a shop, a box, I understand. And the time, sometimes people who understand sales, it's easy for you to get whatever you want when you understand sales and influence. So I wanted to jump the people in line. So I was, like, trying to use my sales stuff, and this other Xhosa lady was like, hey, you understand, blah blah. It's went back to this cultural tribal thing and stuff. So basically the moral of the story was the stereotype of me being a Zulu and how she treated me because of Zulu and stuff. It almost became like intenkulo. It almost became like, I don't want to say a fight or something, but almost became like intenkulo. Now let's talk about why people normally say amaZulu are the angriest people, amaZulu, but dangerous and stuff. Recently there was a shootout in Johannesburg. You know those two guys who are I'm a policeman. The guy who was a policeman, they shot him. That video, apparently it was recorded, and he was obviously talking in which language was he using? It's Zulu, and apparently to most people, I don't know him, and apparently to most people, it's him, umZulu. Kahle kahle ngibe kanjalo, umZulu. Yamba umZulu. You understand? Zulus with guns. Taxi industry is mostly dominated by who? amaZulu. You understand? And it so happened in the taxi industry, there are a lot of shootouts. You understand? There are a lot of things happening in the taxi industry. And I love all taxi drivers, by the way, and I respect all taxi drivers, because I mean we use public transports. We'll never get to work without them taxi drivers. You understand? So taxi industry is like most people who are taxi owners in KwaZulu-Natal, obviously amaZulu, taxi drivers amaZulu and stuff. And it so happens if you don't understand the language that people use, like taxi drivers, taxi conductors, and we call them ama boy, and that's not a word, but they are assistants to the driver, man. And the language that they use, if you don't understand, and if you are very, very soft inside, you'll never understand. Because remember, some of these things here, I don't know the name. But like if you set 16 and you are working, igazi lakho liyagijima, umqondo wakho uyagijima, like you are very fast about. So into egcina and what you say in front of people, you might not. Now I'm talking on behalf of ama boy. You might not be aware that you are saying something wrong because ngaleso sikhathi umqondo wakho negazi lakho kusuke gijima. You understand? That's on a topic for another day. You understand? Let's go back to politics. In politics, councillors ANC councillors who mostly are amaZulu, mostly are South Africans, but ANC, it was, I'm not saying now, but ANC majority abantu ku ANC were amaZulu bafethu. So we can say whatever we want, but ANC is mostly supported kakhulu South Africa in KZN, there is inkandla and stuff, you understand? So those kind of things whereby you find and stuff, amaZulu are always there. I'm not saying, now please listen to me kule video. I'm not saying amaZulu ayathanda ukulwa. I'm a Zulu myself. I love peace. I love peace. I love sharing stuff. That's why I'm always, like sharing whatever I observe and whatever I see. You understand? And the reason for, please, by faith, so if you're finding value and if you agree or disagree with me, please subscribe to the channel, by the way, so we can grow, by faith. So it's a lot of things in me because I want to reach 1,000 subscribers. So please subscribe, guys, and yeah. So basically, living to the because like we were having like a discussion about amaZulu and what's happening with politics and what happened in Johannesburg. To all the families abathintekile in this thing here in Johannesburg, that whatever guesting and the taxes alimala and stuff, abantu balimala and stuff. If kukhona bashonile, may their souls rest in peace. If khona balimele, uNkulunkulu angenelele anenze impholo emaduzane. Imndeni yeni iyandinga, emsebenzini yeni bayandinga. South Africa needs you guys, and the government here to please bafethu whatever political wars that people are playing bafethu and people are doing, using the public bafethu. They might not know what they're doing. Just like how I don't know how many just like how I don't know what this video will be watched by how many people. You understand? I don't know how many people will watch this video. Just like now, I'm a politicians. They're just doing whatever they're doing. Better gas leaks and stuff because Baloma was and stuff. So we're just praying of it to be strong as a country. I'm not there. I'm just talking about why people say amaZulu are the angriest people. You understand? And for me, I disagree with that. You might say you agree. I disagree with that. It so happened with anything that has to do with war, and stuff. Apparently, South Africa most abantu bayasazi isiZulu and And remember, in history, when it comes to amaZulu bafethu, we're not scared of taking out a sword. Remember story Sashaga? We're not scared to take out a sword. That's the thing, we're not scared. It's in every tribe will have that kind of a thing. Like amaPedi, they are very sharp, they are very smart. Go into Limpompo and see what's happening in Limpompo, the development. amaPedi are very smart, very clever. You understand? amaSwati, I think I have to do a video of breaking down different tribes and their strengths and weaknesses, and obviously why Limpompo is taking over South Africa, guys. If you guys are not aware of what's happening in podcast, if you guys are not aware of what's happening in finance, rich people who are coming up, most people are from Limpompo. Limpompo is developing, guys. Limpompo is giving us artists. Limpompo is giving us abantu rich. Limpompo is giving us podcasters. Like Umekji, like Limpompo podcast. Limpompo is giving us a lot. More especially for the past. I'll say for the past 4 or 5 years, Limpompo is slowly taking over this country. And that has to do with the generation, because if you go deep and observe, you could see people from Limpompo, where they come from, you know. Obviously, there are times, amaZulu, they were like here, and slowly but surely, amaPedi, I'll say amaTswana, I'll say not really amaSotho, but maPedi, yo, they are taking over, but it's a lot of things, and I respect that, and it's your time, Bafethu, it's your time, take over, please, Bafethu. If president again, you know, it's a lot of, I don't want to go deep into that because you might not understand what happens in you know, every generation and every tribe has its own time. amaZulu, they have their own time, and obviously now crime and drugs and all that is slowly but surely killing the tribe of amaZulu. And if you disagree with me, Bafethu, that means you are living in a different world. Bafethu. We're killing each other as amaZulu. Siyashayana bafethu, sinomona bafethu, asizani bafethu, shaya ithenda ngale, awungitshela ukuthi ulithole kanjani ithenda. Whereas this side here, Limpompo, whatever they're doing, they're helping each other up. Limpompo boy, the guy who dances, he was apparently, I think he's in London, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out by the way to him. You know, he was recently in London and he's grooming his own people. Limpompo boy is grooming his own people. You know, these guys were in Forex, abo DJ coach. He's grooming his own people. Tsina siyaskemana, siyashayana. Yabo nje kurafu bafethu tsina amaZulu zisijampele and sinomona sidlelana futhi into engekho bafethu. You understand? And iyangibasela kahle lento le, iyangibasela. One of you guys might be watching this video, uzothi uyahlanya wena. Ngiyahlanya because you don't know what I'm talking about. It's because you might have eyes but awuboni ukuthi kwenzakalani. You might have ears but awuzwa ukuthi kwenzakalani. Because izinto uzwa izinto ezikhulunywa ngokuphuza, izinto groove and stuff. Ngiyabaseleka. Anyway, but if you find value and if you agree with me kule video, please bafethu, subscribe to the channel. My name is Sanele. I just wanted to share why people are saying amaZulu are the angriest tribe. It's Nestle Mazanayo and stuff. Just like how we say I'm Nigerian, you want to take some drugs. We also have our own things that so as amaZulu. We might agree with some Nigerians, you want to take some drugs. We don't know. We might say amaZulu, you want to angry, you want to deny whatever in this country. We don't know. So what's your thoughts? What's your say? Share in the comments below. I love you guys. My name is Sanel. I'll see you on the next video.